Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Niche, a genetic survival game. In the last episode, we managed to successfully breed our very first blue-eyed baby into the pack. Or maybe I should say our first blue-eyed baby that isn't blind on top of it, because of course we have Rotaku back here sitting on top of his bunny burrow with his blue eyes that we just can't see because he is blind on top of it. So this is the first creature that we've ever had who has the blue eyes right on top of him, and we're hoping that he's going to be able to pass that along to all of his future children. Though I would like to turn our attention over to Rotaku pretty early today, because he is getting a little bit older than most of the creatures in our pack right now, and I do want to see if it's possible for us to maybe breed the blindness gene out of his line. So I noticed that Cirella over here is basically like a perfect match for Rotaku. Not only does she have different immunity genes, but she also doesn't have the blindness gene in her recessive slot, so that should mean that if they have a baby together, it probably won't be blind. It at least has a better chance than if we had picked Siko, who has the blindness gene in her recessives, or even Anala here, who also has the same issue. So what I'm probably going to do to kind of like increase our chances as well is see if we can drop the normal eyes trait into the 30% slot on our mutation menu, and I believe, yeah, there it is, okay, right underneath our antlers. If we place the normal eyes here, I'm hoping what this is going to do is make it less likely for the blindness to maybe pass along in the recessives, because that is becoming yet another issue for us, so we want to kind of try to like keep that under control. I'm also going to place the antlers back over here so that we know that our creatures will be able to attack, because if the creature is blind, if their baby does end up being blind for some reason, then we want to make sure that they have a way to attack these bunnies, because it turns out that the blind creatures are actually pretty darn good at bunny hunting. So if for some reason the baby they have is blind, we're just going to kind of train him or her up as yet another bunny hunter for us. Though we also have this trio over here way back trying to push out the territory into the swamp so we can maybe unlock another gene, which I believe is the toxic body. If we explore enough of the swamp fields, we should be able to unlock that. And it looks like we have some wrestling grass over here too. I wonder if this is another bunny, because we do have so many bunnies hopping around right now. Maybe we should check that out. We'll bring you, Redukvan, way over here to see what's in this area. Okay, I'm guessing it must be a bunny then, because it did hop away, so hopefully that's just a bunny. What we're probably going to do is skip ahead now, and hopefully something will come out for food. Is anything coming out? Doesn't look like it. There's no bunnies on the screen, not even by the shoreline anymore. It seems like they all moved away. So what we'll have to do is gather up these berries over here, and there's the bunny. There's the little bunny hiding from me. Okay, you're just a little bit too far away for me to scoop up. So if we move the baby out of the nest, then we should be able to shuffle these guys around. Oh, wait a second, look at that. You thought I wouldn't notice you, little bunny. There we go. Now we have a few extra turns to use too. We can bring Cirella over here to the little bunny burrow. We can have them breed, and we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see if they end up being blind, or if we can possibly breed that out of Rotaku's line. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers that that's going to be the case. I want to keep Kikiru over here so that he can keep track of these berries, basically, because he has the two running legs, so he should be able to pick up berries at a faster rate. And you guys can keep exploring the area, I guess. We're going to have to bring somebody over here to take care of this bush, since unfortunately Ducknu passed away, and he can't take care of that anymore. But for now, let's take a peek in here, kind of look at all of the swamplands, and bring you a little bit closer so you can grab those berries in the next turn. There we go. So let's see what baby we get out of this. Hopefully, well, it's a good luck baby, because we have the rain here now. But look at that. Do you have... What are those eyes? Oh my goodness, what are those eyes? They have like little frog eyes. Oh my gosh, Vanta? Okay, and you have the toxic body, so is that why your eyes look like that? Oh, that is so strange. Oh my goodness, I never noticed that on Kurta before. Maybe his eyes were too dark for that? He has the green eyes too, with the blue in his recessives, so he has this kind of like teal color to his eyes almost. Oh, that is amazing. And he does have blindness in his recessives, but I guess that's kind of to be expected. At least he's not blind himself, though. So there we go. This might be a proper way for us to breed out the blindness in Rotaku's line. But right now, Rotaku, you need to grab this bunny right here. There we go. We don't want that hopping away from us in the rain. And you, Mr. Kaduk, you can scoop up all of these berries with your nice berry paw, while your family members, I'm not really sure how these guys are related anymore. We have so many different generations of pack members here that it's kind of hard to keep track of who is related to who at this point. So we'll just gather up all of these berries that we possibly can. We do need to get back here before the bunnies do to grab those berries as well. But let's see what's over here. Oh, okay, it's another berry bush. Well, this is good. There's nothing for us to pick because, of course, there's so many bunnies in the area. But if we come around this way, maybe we'll be able to like pick them off. As long as we can see every inch, basically, of what's around the berry bush, then we might be able to swipe up one of those bunnies when they get a little bit closer. For now, though, why don't we have Seiko kind of explore the area around this nest? Because I do want to clear it out so that we know that we can use it. I am getting a little bit worried that we might end up with another ambush on our hands if we keep the grass in the area. So let's see, why don't you come out this way as well so you can help, I believe that's your mother actually. You can help your mother explore this area. And now we will skip the turn and see if we can find anything else in the grass here. No more bunnies, and that was a very short rainfall, wasn't it? It only lasted one turn there. So you can gather up these berries, I think. And why don't we move you like right here? There we go. Okay. And there's another berry bush too. Oh, wow. Okay, so no wonder there was so much rustling grass back here, because obviously the bunnies knew that all of these berries were in the area, so we kind of have to keep track of where those rustling little patches of grass are, because it could mean that there's a lot of berry bushes. Maybe there's even more back there. However, it looks like we completed the toxic body. There we go. So we could put the toxic body in here if we wanted to possibly breed that into the pack a little bit more. And we might do that in the future because it is a pretty good one to have. It makes it so if a carnivore ends up eating these creatures, then they will get poisoned by the meat. So hopefully we don't have to use these guys as a sacrifice anytime soon, but it is an option. It is definitely an option for us. We'll gather up these berries as well. There we go. And we'll do a little bit more exploring. We need to figure out who's going to go over here, though. I'm not sure who would be the best one because we want to make sure that all of our berries are kind of covered at this point. We'll figure it out though. Maybe one of the babies can go over there. Like maybe Anala could go over there. She could probably do that. She's pretty strong too. So she should be able to defend herself if anything goes terribly wrong. I was kind of thinking that maybe what we would do is breed Anala and Rovan. I know they both have the blind eyes and the recessives, but their immunity genes seem to line up differently. So that might be a good idea. And Rovan is currently the only member of the pack with that beautiful orange fur, still standing just like Adam. He has the spots instead of the stripes, but it would be nice to get these guys looking a little bit different, because right now we are all kind of gathering around this gray fur, and it's going to get very, very hard to tell these guys apart if they all start looking the same. So we want to keep those different genes in the family as well. But right now, why don't we have you guys kind of push out this way to see what's rustling? Oh, and another berry bush. Perfect. Okay, so let's, oh gosh, I see that there's some bunnies kind of hopping around this place. Let's have you pick these for now. There we go. Yeah, they're kind of scattering as we're picking the berries. There's a lot of bunnies in there, aren't there? They keep kind of like popping out of that area. We'll bring the baby over here too, so he can kind of try to keep an eye on those guys, I suppose. And let's see, is there anything else here? I don't think so. Now we should probably think about maybe bringing these guys back pretty soon, because we don't want them kind of staying in the swamplands. We don't want them getting sick. You're going to have to pick up that little meat back there soon, though, so we're not going to bring you back just yet. And I think we might actually skip the turn now because we are getting a little bit low on moves anyway. So we'll skip this turn, and hopefully some little bunnies are going to come crawling out here because there's so much rustling grass. I am really surprised that we haven't found any extra critters roaming around, any carnivores or new pack members. So hopefully that is going to be happening soon as well. Why don't you pick up those? It would probably be best if he moved over there anyway to kind of scoop up the rest of the berries. So we'll move you a little bit deeper in here. Look at all of these bunnies. Honestly, there's so many bunnies here. I think that should be okay. And let's see now. We're going to move you out of the nest, I think. We'll move you over here, and we'll scoop up some more berries with you so we have some more turns to use. And then I think we'll breed Cirilla and Kaduk one more time, because that was what we were doing before. Because their immunity genes are also pretty good. They have different immunity genes as well. So we want to make sure that our pack has a diverse amount of immunity genes at this point. I've noticed that most of our pack members seem to have immunity gene B, and that's going to make it hard to make sure that all of our creatures are healthy in the future. Oh my goodness, another bunny back there. Okay, we have to keep an eye on these bunnies. There's so many back here. I wonder if they were all darting in and out of the bushes while I was focused on the other group. I have a feeling they probably were. And it looks like they've eaten away at all of these berries too. All right, maybe we can fix the situation. We'll move you over here. You can kind of peek around in the bushes, I guess, and you are gonna have to get a little bit closer too, because these guys are getting really close, aren't they? Okay, that might help a little bit. Yep, of course, now you kind of peek out of the bushes. Okay, so we'll just gather up these before somebody eats them, and you can peek in there. There we go. So hopefully we'll be able to get those bunnies pretty soon. And oh, look at you, sir. Look at you. Where did you come from? Okay, somebody's going to have to take care of you, I guess. Let's see. Is there anyone else who can take another turn? I don't think so. So we'll just have these two breed for now, and we'll see what they can produce. There we go. And then we'll skip the turn and see our next new little baby. Oh, look at her eyes. She has those beautiful eyes again. So the green eyes with the blue in her recessives, and she looks very, very similar to her sister, actually. Aside from the eyes, because Anela has the black eyes. Salami? Is that her name? Salam? I'm not sure how we should pronounce that. But she is gorgeous nonetheless. She has the antlers on her. She has the blind eyes in her recessive, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. It doesn't really seem like the normal eyes in here is helping us with recessive traits, so I'm not sure if that's possible. We might move that out so we have a different gene in there, something a little bit more helpful to us. Let's see, maybe we should try the toxic body for a little while? I'm not sure. We also want the big ears, though. You know, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the big ears back in here so we can try to get somebody with the big ears, because I definitely want to see those big floppy ears on one of our pack mates here. And oh my goodness, let's get this bunny out of the way. There we go. And I think you need to come over here so we can hopefully have, yes, so you can hopefully grab that guy. There we go. Unfortunately, I made poor little Kakiru starve in the process, so we'll have to keep a closer eye on our food. All of these bunnies, honestly. I mean, there must be a carnivore in here somewhere. It seems like all we're ever running into are bunnies now. It's very, very strange. We'll have to see if there's something back here. I do want to try to explore this area a little bit more too, because this is kind of like our main camp. So I want to make sure that everything in the area is safe. And that's why I want to try to like bring these guys back as soon as possible. And can I get you? Yes, I can. There we go. Okay, at least we're having a good time hunting over here. What we might do is just bring these guys back right now so we can successfully like just clear out this entire area as fast as we possibly can with all of these guys. But there's so much rustling grass. Oh my goodness. And they're all bunnies. They all have to be bunnies because they are hopping away. Okay, so what we're going to do is start bringing you guys back, I think. We have some berries to collect along the way anyway. And it looks like there's another berry over here that we can get in the next turn. Okay. And wait a second. I can grab you. I can definitely grab you. It didn't look like I could because he was on the cliff side, but I could definitely grab you. There we go. And you can peek in that bush, and I think that's good. I think that's good for now, so we'll skip ahead in the turn. And let's see, any more bunnies for us to snag before we go moving our pack along? I don't think so. I don't think so. So we'll just grab some of these berries right here. Some berries for the road. And then you guys can start making the long journey back, I think. Maybe we'll like cut straight through the middle. That might be a good way to do this because we do want to connect the territories anyway. Oh my goodness, and we have all these bunnies hopping out again. They are definitely going for all of these berries. So this is a very good spot for you to be, Kakiru. You can grab all of these up for us. There we go. And let's see, you have to grab your meat from way down here too. I almost forgot about that. There we go. So we're doing pretty good hunting. It seems like our creatures are more like hunters now than gatherers almost. It seems like their main source of food is actually the bunnies now. So that's not a bad thing. The bunnies do give us 3 pieces of food at a time anyway. So let's gather up these just to have them. And there's another little bunny in between all of our different cactus bushes here, which we can't currently collect from without harming our creatures, which is why I try to stay away from them. But if we were in a pinch, I suppose we could gather them up. It would just shorten the lifespan of whoever's gathering from them. And it doesn't seem like the bunnies are really interested either. It doesn't seem like they're able to pick from them without hurting themselves. And they are very aware of that. So we'll move this guy over here. It seems like the bunnies are probably going to completely descend upon all of these bushes in the meantime. And yep, there they go. They're already starting to pick those clean. So hopefully we can at least control these here as we push out the territory this way. Now, Seiko, why don't you come this way and try to find what is rustling? I'm sure it's all bunnies. It seems like it's always bunnies. We could probably bring Cirella out there as well. And Anala, you're all grown up now. Okay, so when Rovan comes back, we can see if they can have a nice little baby together too. But Cirella, why don't we bring you out this way? Because you can move pretty far, actually. It looks like you have a pretty wide berth here. So we'll bring you this way. And oh, there's a bunny. There's one of them. Okay, that definitely helps. And we'll bring this little one out of the nest as well so she can help us in the future. There we go. I think I'll skip ahead, though, because we are running out of food. Oh, my goodness. One of the brothers just passed away. Oh, no. Oh, that's terrible. And Tanu is about to pass away too. Oh my goodness, as is Rovan. So they spent a very long time out in the wilderness collecting food for us, which is a little bit sad. But we'll bring them back so they can hopefully have another baby before they all pass away. Let's gather up all of this food that we've been collecting though. All of these bunnies that we have been slaying in the process. You can gather up these berries right here. You can gather these, and then hopefully you guys can make it back. And I see those bunnies grabbing all of our food, but that's okay. We'll let them have a little bit of food. You can move right here, and then we'll have, oh, wait a second. We'll have you grab that. Thank you very much. And then Inala. Now, let's see. Should we try again with the normal eyes? I think that might be a good idea because they do have the blind eyes in their recessive slots. So we'll just kind of move those around a little bit. And let's put the big ears over here just in case, because I still want to see those big ears on one of our pack members. So Anala, you can come over here and breed with Rovan, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if we get lucky here. Oh my goodness, all of these bunnies again. Oh my gosh. There's just swarms of bunnies in the swamps right now. This is crazy. Okay, poor Tanu. Oh my gosh, I think you're probably going to end up passing away out here just like your brother, aren't you? That's probably not good. I feel like he should stay here though because there's so many bunnies. I'm not sure what I should do with this guy. I suppose we'll just have him keep an eye on these bunnies for now. We'll have him stay here just for now, and hopefully he can snag a few more bunnies before he ends up passing away. But let's see, is there anyone else that we can move around here in the meantime? Why don't you guys kind of continue peeking around in this grass while you have a few more turns to use? There we go. And all these bunnies again. Oh my goodness, they're coming a little bit close to our camp here, which is interesting. But let's see what baby this gives us. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. A lot going on the screen right now. Okay. So we have a bunny that we have to find a way to collect because unfortunately Rotaku passed away, guys. Oh, that's kind of sad. And then you, sir, where did you even come from? Well, we finally found one of those carnivores. It's been so long. And we do have a blind baby again, but that's okay. Rear will be able to hopefully pick up bunny duty for Rotaku. It looks like she has the medium ears, so she didn't get the large ears yet. She has a normal body, she has black eyes with blue in her recessives, and she also has a muty E and B. So again, with that B, a lot of our creatures seem to have a muty gene B, which might become an issue. But how are we going to deal with this, guys? How on earth are we going to deal with this? Okay, so we need our strongest pack members to come over here and defend poor Kikiru, who is in jeopardy at the moment. So let's see, who can help us in this situation? You guys have claws, so that might be a good idea. All of you guys have claws. Cirella, you have an attack strength of 5, which would be wonderful if you were over here to help us. Tanu is also very, very strong, and we know that, but I'm not sure if he can get down there fast enough. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to. And there's so many berries up here too, so it's kind of a shame to leave these when we could possibly pick from them. And I know once we get back up there, all of those bunnies are going to completely consume them. So let's see, how are we going to do this? To start with, let's have Kaduk gather up these berries. And I know that bunny is going to get away, but I don't think there's any possible way for me to grab him. And you are going to try to steal our berries while we're dealing with this? Seriously, little bunny? Well, I can't have you do that. I'm sorry, but you are going to have to use one of our turns here. I suppose, I mean... Oh, I hate to have Kikiru, like, right in the line of danger here because he is already injured to begin with. Rovan, you could possibly help us out. Why don't you come down here and land a few good hits? There we go. That should help us a little bit. And oh my gosh, there go the berries, guys. There go the berries. I don't think Tanu would be able to get down there in time anyway, so why don't we have you come over here and, like, steal these berries. In the meantime, you can grab these bunnies. Oh gosh, unfortunately he is definitely going to pass away in the next turn, so we'll have to have somebody come up there and gather up the meat in the future. But right now, who is going to take out this carnivore? Let's see. I mean, he's almost done. We're doing pretty good with him, so if we could get one of these guys with the claws over here, that might help. We do need somebody to gather up these berries, though, because we're running out of turns. Actually, why don't you scoop up the meat and the berries? There we go. That should help us out. And then you can come over here and land another hit. Almost, but not quite. Okay, and Vanta, you might be able to help. You might be able to help too. I hate to have the babies come over here, but they are closer at this point. Anala, maybe you should do it, just to save our little, our youth of the pack right now. There we go. There we go. So they managed to swarm this guy and get rid of him. And now we should have plenty of food because of all of these berry bushes that are full. Even though these bunnies are kind of running amok, scooping up all of our berries in the distance off in the swamps, we should be able to gather up a few more turns during this rainfall, as well as all of this meat sitting here from the carnivore, though we may have to wait until the next turn to grab it because all of our hunters have used up all of their turns at this point. And in the next episode, we'll have to place little Rear on top of the bunny burrow as well because she does have the hunting skill. She is able to hunt with her 3 attack strength, so she should be able to sit right here, just like Rotaku did before, and make sure that we have plenty of meat to go around in the pack. But I think that's about it for this episode, so thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys!